Where you say Ric Flair was at? He said he was at like a restaurant out here.
Yeah, that lava katina randomly.
What the hell he hell no. Nigga just randomly at a restaurant in the colony, Texas. Legendary wrestler Ric Flair. Man, all right. Hey, what's up, y'all? We back, man. Episode 2 of the Fade Talk. My bad, we done missed a couple weeks, but we back, man. So happy belated Father's Day and all of that good stuff. But we back, man. I know last time we had like our partners on the show, like our first episode, so it was kind of unorthodox, didn't give a chance to get like an intro. So, Big Bro, you want to go ahead and kind of get like a little intro, how we kind of evolved into this podcast world?
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Mark and what they got going on as well. They podcast, the sports podcast, Beyond the Highlights, right?
Yeah, Beyond the Highlights, yeah.
And by the way, I am DG. By the way, Dion. And I do have my bro with me, my co-host, Jace. Yes, so yeah, we just wanted to go through a brief introduction, kind of, tell y'all a little bit about ourselves and kind of, what we envision with starting a podcast and how we want to move. So
yes, sir.
Just to give a brief kind of background, me and bro, Dallas natives for sure. I'm originally Mississippi, but born and raised Dallas. Dallas natives. Initially linked through mutual friends around high school, around late high school years or so. You know what I'm saying? And we've been linked up ever since. Always coming together with business ideas, creative ideas, bro raps as well. So just we just always been creative and always trying to innovate ways of how to push culture. Actually to be more creators and push content and culture out there. And, also, put on for our city. We love, the Triple D, it raised us, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the intro to kind of how we came together. And this podcast I feel like it came together just from us just being in tune with hip hop culture, in tune with podcasts. As everyone knows, podcasts has been something that's been taking over the past, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, if not, and we've been, talking about doing our own thing for a while. So I feel like time is everything. And now we have started, we feel like we have our own individual favorite podcasts that kind of inspire us. And we feel like we have something to say and bring to the podcast game, and representing, pushing culture and being, from the South and being from Dallas, we have a different flavor. So, you got anything else to add?
I mean, you pretty much said it all, bro. That's exactly how I feel. It's the same way. Like, pretty much everybody that knows us kind of knows like where we're from and how we met. For those that don't know us, that's exactly right. We pretty much kind of linked up through mutual friends through the high school and college years, and got a lot of similar views. Disagree on certain things like sports, sports wise. But prior to this BS that's going on right now, he was Niners Nation. I was Cowboys. But other than that, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just a lot of similarities as far as like our taste in music, women, etc. So now we here, man, to give our opinion as far as like in this podcast game. We can jump straight into it. I don't know what you had on your list. I'm just gonna go for it. What, man? There's a lot of albums.
Start out with albums.
Albums, yeah. All right, man. So Nas just dropped legendary Queens Bridge, 7 songs. I always had a knock on him for producing like dope albums with just kind of like mediocre beats. That's I guess the consensus. But I think the album was alright. I just felt like I got like I guess the first version of it. It wasn't mixed, and then I heard they came back with it and it was mixed. So when I gave it a second listen, it was alright. People were shitting on it on the net, but I thought it was alright. I like the one with I like the intro, and I kind of like the one with Kanye and not Drake, but the Dream. They kind of like singing on that shit.
Yeah.
But to me, the lyrics that Nas was spitting on there, minus them singing all over it, it was a dope song to me too. So
yeah.
It was a dope Nas album to me. I wouldn't say it was an Illmatic or a Stillmatic or Godson or anything like that, but
or even Life Was Good. Like Life Was Good, so underrated his previous one. You know what I'm saying? So, but I could even start off kind of even started off shaking with me. You know what I'm saying? How the epic fail he had with even just uploading the album. that kind of gave me some red flags.
Bro,
like,
we was trying to find it. What was we at? We was like out and about.
Yeah, I was like,
had our little friends with us or whatever, and like, hey, bro, like,
yeah, I'm like,
I can't find the album. I know I got Apple Music. I got Tidal. I'm paying $10 a month for both of these. Yeah. Where it's at.
You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm a Nas fan. You know what I'm saying? So I've been waiting on this album for a long time. So he was kind of playing with our emotions a little bit. Yeah. Had a nigga thinking it was finna drop at midnight, and it didn't drop almost damn near to the whole next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I kept saying, he kind of was making himself look like an old nigga that ain't know how to work the internet.
Didn't they say he said something like that? Like, hey, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, he came out and said, I finally found out how to upload it. I think he was just trolling us a little bit. I heard rumors they were saying they had to add like some Diddy vocals last minute and had some other shit going on.
I actually like that because I'm from that era. Like I remember like Hate Me Now and like him and Nas like standing on top of the corner store and me just being like, damn, I wish I was like in Queens or Brooklyn right now, like just so I could be on the corner with these niggas.
And Diddy kind of been on that wave a little here recently. He did that same with Nip last minute, put his voice on that thing, you know what I'm saying, to gloss it out. Which I ain't mad at, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their views of Diddy, but you already know if he stamps something, a lot of times it's gonna go. He definitely however you feel about him, he still pushed the culture.
Speaking of how you feel, I guess how you feel about something. I guess how did you feel about the very next day we waking up to a Hov and B collab album?
Yeah. Hey man, we was just talking about that. I'm like, it kind of, I guess just to talk about the album. I feel like the album, and mind you, all these albums we go over. I mean, of course, music has to grow on you. So I'm still currently,
soaking it in.
Yeah, soaking in all the music. So my first go run was the Nas. It was cool, 7 tracks. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it'll grow on me. But like you said, going into the Jay and Beyonce, my first thing that hit me about that was this nigga Jay was on that whole talking his shit, which I love.
Yeah,
I love when Jay get on talking his shit. So that nigga he was spitting on there. He was talking his shit. But like you said, it kind of raised the question to me. I'm like, damn, I know him and Nas got cool. It kind of made me feel like, are they kind of low key still beefing?
That was my initial thought. Because I was like,
are they still competing?
Not necessarily beefing, but competing. Because I was like, I said, you know what, these old guys are still in their bag. They can still rap. But I said,
because supposedly they still like competitive. Cool. Like they said, they actually like friends.
They still very competitive. Because I was like, bro, there's no way he should have dropped the album the day after like your boy dropped one.
Yeah,
like, you could wait at least a week.
I'm like, fam, if I'm not, I'm like, fam, let me breathe a little bit.
Because he already didn't have time to breathe. Like, you just had Pusha, you just had Ye, you just had Kid Cudi and them, like, drop theirs.
Yeah. Nas ain't dropped in years, so, his Nas stand's been waiting on this.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So, and with the people's attention span these days, he could have really chopped Nas' head off, really.
Yeah.
But really, his stands won't let that happen.
I don't like the song that it sounds like, I guess Khaled produced it, the one that came out first.
On the J and Hov.
I think it's Ape shit. Yeah, I think it's that one. I don't really like when it feels like Khaled has something to be involved with them. Yeah. But like the 713, that was dope. There was another one where Hov was on there. So I guess responding to like either Kanye or somebody, he was like, he's like, I ain't going nowhere. Saying me and my wife beefing, I don't give a fuck. Like, you got a wedding or not. So I felt him on that.
And that's why I fuck with Hov and Nas, of course. I don't know, y'all as an audience, y'all will get to know Hov is my favorite rapper of all time. So y'all will probably hear me reference him for a lot of episodes. But
I'm gonna just need bro to chill out.
Between him and Nas, like they gonna always give you some game. They gonna always give you some game. And I feel like they kind of raised a certain, generation age group. Like even when they was young and they on their ignorant shit, like they've grown as men, until now they're kicking that grown man shit, like giving niggas game.
And the shit, see, I like the 444, but see, the shit that he was kicking on this album would be, I want him to do a full album like this.
Because it's relationship shit.
Yeah, but see, 444 is more like kind of like, business wise and stuff. Yeah. That's cool, but I want to hear an album without Beyonce, but like just like this, like him giving his version of like his relationship, because she did hers with Lemonade, and it's like he ain't really had time. He just kind of like giving like little lines. He ain't had time to give like a full story of like what's going on. Because I even heard her throw some shots at him like, nigga, throw that first ring away because they don't mean nothing. So I want to hear the whole story of what happened, not just a few lines. So other than that, I mean, it was a cool album. I like Beyonce. I'm just more of a Jay-Z fan, obviously, and I prefer to hear his story. I mean, you know, that's just my take on it.
But yeah, as far as that, like you said, man, I'm like, I think we're going. I don't know because I heard they said Nas back in the lab already.
He better be, bro.
I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Like,
I really want to know, are they really like you said? It may not be nothing. They may not be competing. Well, they may be just competing. There may not be no beef or nothing. But I don't know, man. If I was Nas, I'd be like, dog, you could let me breathe at least a week or two.
Yeah, I feel some kind of way, bro.
And you got these juggernauts, and then we kind of going into J-Rock.
I was gonna say, not to mention that shit got overlooked.
J-Rock shit was hard.
Nigga shit nice, bro.
Hard, and then you gotta then Nas follow you, Jay, somebody else being like, damn, and J-Rock, he one of them like Nipsey Hussle type cloth dudes that been grinding and never really got their just due.
Quick story. Matter of fact, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Kendrick as well, but to me, J-Rock was always my favorite out the count. I think this was like 10 years ago. I think I might have been like 20-something, bro, and just to tell my age or whatever, but it was him and Lil Wayne had a song together. It was the first time I seen J-Rock. I was like, who this guy flamed up, like on TV with Wayne the biggest rapper at the time, and ever since then, I kind of just followed him. I know he had like some personal issues, like you said, and he had the wreck or whatever, out there in his hood or whatever, but like, he seemed like he back for vengeance, bro. Like, he really in his bag right now.
And I don't know what it is because even like his past couple projects have been a high caliber as well. That's what I'm saying. Like fans can be kind of fickle. Like you just never know like which one people gonna push the button on because niggas acting like this is first time making a dope album and it's not. Yeah. His other previous ones were dope albums, but I don't know how that work. You know what I'm saying? The industry, as you can see, definitely can be either fickle or funny because everybody now kind of, J-rocked out as if this is first time dropping something dope.
This definitely ain't first time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, this nigga.
Yeah, I must ain't heard it like his features, like like even on his features, like
J-Rock been dope. Like you said, he was
YG album,
he was the first on TDE, the first artist.
He took the bullet, like you said, he took the bullet coming in and he led the way for Kendrick now. Speaking of I guess taking bullets. Unfortunately, we did lose, like, I guess a rapper, man, this weekend. I don't know a lot about the kid, but that XX Tentacion?
Triple X. Yes,
yeah. Only thing I know is that he was. They say he was shot and killed over the past weekend or whatever at a motorcycle shop. But I don't know like a full detail. The only thing I know is what I've been told, which is like I watch like Joe Budden, Breakfast Club, things of that nature. So I've kind of gotten my details from them because, like I said, I wasn't really on dude like that or his music, but I don't really want to see nobody just get murked for no reason. So
the crazy thing about that, I'm starting to get more details just from different blogs or what have you. They're saying, of course, they have already said they got one of the shooters. I think there's other people involved that were there. The crazy part, like they kind of digging deep. They trying to think that it may kind of go higher than what people think. It might have been a setup. Because they're saying that they're basically saying that this has kind of been planned out for like a few weeks, and they've been following Triple X.
Yeah, because they said something about the guys happened to be at the store at the same time.
They've been following them for a while, and they caught them at the motorcycle store, and they actually went inside to kind of look around, fake like they shopping. And they said they walked past Triple X, and then they went to their cars, waited 10 minutes for him to come out. Somebody blocked him with an SUV so he couldn't get out, and then another one came out. So it seemed like they try to make it seem like it was just a regular robbery, but I think when they really like do their investigation, they're gonna find out it could be either somebody he had beef with, maybe put a plate on him, put a bag on him or what have you. But they said it's getting more interesting than just a regular robbery, which is sad, but still want to send our condolences to the family. May rest in peace.
And if all these people that's out here that's, so-called his supporters or whatever, or, if y'all not into street activities, y'all do have the permission to call the police and the tip lines and give whatever you can. I know they on the internet with it, but get off the internet, like go direct to his family or go to whoever you need. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to live by these street rules. If you paying your taxes and going to work every day, get justice for this young man, because That shit is crazy, bro.
20 years old.
Yeah.
And I've heard other people talk about it. I just hate when stuff like this happen, people want to bring up all the negativity about the person. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been seeing a lot of
there's just a lot of fake love, like like I said, I didn't know him, so I'm not just gonna be on here crying to my RIP. I don't know the guy, but I don't want to see nothing bad happen to none of these young guys like that. That's out here trying to make a positive change. So it's like, man, it's like rest in peace to that guy, man. And I hope they do find his assassins and his family get closure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I guess lighting the mood up to speaking of shooting your shot. You've been known to shoot your shot, Dion, a little bit. How you feel about Future shooting his shot? This chick had her all out at the studio with him in Miami, and then next thing you know, she's supposed to meet up with him somewhere, and that's where the famous line, "Hey, I'm good, love, and joy" come from, because he was like, supposedly she paid for the flight to get there, right?
Yeah.
And he was gonna reimburse her, but when she got there, I guess she wasn't talking about fucking or whatever, so. You know what I'm saying? He kind of just basically just was like, whatever, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Cause he tried to put on some lingerie, be sexy when I get to the room and all that. And she trying to, play dumb, like, oh, I didn't know we was doing all that, or whatever. So how you feel about that?
Man, that shit is all bad, bro. Like, that's how people end up being in bad situations.
What's the etiquette for that? Like, when you, I guess, chilling with a chick.
First of all, this is Future.
Okay.
This is Future.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's
superstar,
superstar.
rapper.
You know what he rap about. You know his persona. Of course, we don't want to judge people off their persona. People can be different, but
yeah.
I mean, coming in, come on, man. Like,
you don't want to judge a book by its cover, but what shelf you got it from.
I heard they did say when they met, it was just some chill shit, like it was just in the studio. She was in the studio with a group of people.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, come on, man. You know what it is. Like, let it be known. Like, if you would have let it be known up jump, it wouldn't even been a story. He would have just went about his business.
Yeah.
If he would have said, hey, I'm not, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what your ideas are, but this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do this. If you'd have laid that out, in the beginning, this wouldn't even be no story, and none of this would happen. But I mean, as far as Future goes, I mean, he living that lifestyle, so I feel like he did everything that plays a part in that life, and I'm sure he's done this millions of times before. So
he did the exact,
you know what I'm saying?
Like exact right.
I've been hearing people saying he should have flew her out, but you gotta look at it. He's a superstar. He probably had people he done took L's on sending money, and the people
and then they didn't show up or something.
They didn't come and do that, so
because you don't hear about that kind of stuff. Like, people take L's, you know what I'm saying? So he might have took an L on the chick at one point. He's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not sending no chick no money. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, you can pay your way to get here. When you get here, I got it.
That's how you know it's real. She put up her own money. You know it's real. Like Future would say, let me know it's real. So if she willing to invest her own money, he know it's real, and then you know what I'm saying, he should get the bread back.
I need chicks, especially if she had kids. I'm not saying that she do, because I don't know the whole story. I'm passively just looking at little gossip stuff like that. But if she had kids, imagine how this would go. You left your kids with somebody, whether it's your mom or whoever, to go kick it with this rapper that you barely know, but you know what the deal is. Like, you coming to another city. You're not just finna sit here and eat these little, I guess, these food that y'all be posting, trying to make it look like you living a life. Like, you already know what time it is. This nigga's a multi-million-dollar superstar rapper. Like you say, the content he rap about. This nigga trying to fuck as soon as you touch down. And then you can see how it goes from there.
Yeah, the whole thing is, don't just quit playing, though. Like, because then you're going to put yourself in a compromising position. Yeah. And then that's just...
She's scrambling, trying to get home, get people to cash out or some money to get home.
But that's what I'm saying. But man, it's like, man, just quit playing, because like you said, let's say they did meet, and then you in a room, and then it's just all bad from there. Like, then accusations, and it's like, if you just be upfront from the beginning, like, ain't no room for misinterpretation, ain't no room for none of that. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep around that situation.
Now let me ask you this: because I seen the girl. To me, she was cute. She wasn't bad. Now, if she was more like Future's type, like, you think he would have went ahead and paid, or if she was just like really, really bad? Because remember we was talking about this like the other day. Like, man, sometimes like girls that be real, real fine, it's just like sometimes you may go the extra mile, but then sometimes they don't really be smart upstairs like that. Sometimes you be like, man, she's not worth the headache, even though she bad.
It's hard for me to get in that mindset, because I'm thinking Future, like, you wouldn't even think he would even. I don't understand why he even go to links. Like, you would think wherever he's at, if whatever he want to do, he got it right there. Like, why would he even have to fly? Like, I don't understand that. Why he even flying somebody out anyway?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I can't even get in that mindset, because I know how I would be if I was a Future.
Yeah,
if I was living that lifestyle, that type of thing, like how I would move. So that whole thing, it's hard for me to kind of get in that mindset because I'm like, for one, why is he even? I don't know why. It's kind of like just too much trouble to me. It seemed like to be flying out people.
Flying out somebody.
To me, that's like flying out. That's like for me. That's like for wifey or
that's
somebody.
That's only
really,
for your girl. Like I've never flown out a chick. Like I'm not flying you nowhere.
That's for wifey. Now if he wasn't in that lane, if he felt like it's somebody that he really finna take serious, then okay, that's how do your thing, flying.
And then she could have played herself because maybe he was thinking that. And she could have played herself like damn. Because any girl you got just kicking it with you at the studio or something like that, and y'all not smashing, you kind of at least like, okay, I like her, like she hanging around, it's cool, and then you gonna see where it goes. But you might have just played yourself, But
I don't know, the I'm good, love and joy, that kind of tell me that's not what it was. That kind of tell me, you know what I'm saying.
Nigga hit that up. Yeah. That nigga that's definitely the Instagram line for all the niggas. I've been seeing that shit everywhere.
But all summer 2018.
Right. All right. Well, speaking of the summer, I guess we got another decision coming up for I know for my boy LeBron. I'm definitely a LeBron fan. Where you think he headed, man? Because I don't know if he's gonna stay in Cleveland. Even though I would like for him to finish out his legacy there in Cleveland, I'm thinking he's gonna leave. Where you think he's gonna end up at?
Tough, man. I think it's kind of hard to know what to believe. I guess even go back a little bit. Like I guess people that probably know me, whether it be from social media, they probably don't think I do, but just let it be known I do fuck with LeBron. I really do.
I be thinking you be hating sometimes too on Twitter. I be like, what?
When it comes to sports, I'm just really a critique. Like I'm a critique. I don't feel like nobody's above criticism.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Especially, I feel like you hold that title as the greatest in the world, which he is. I'm gonna criticize you. Like I'm not no fan of Stan to where I'm just gonna let you do some shit and just be like it's all good. Like I'm gonna hold you to this high standard if you're the greatest in the world. So that's where a lot of my critique come from. Yeah. But my only issue with LeBron ever would be, I feel like he has all the tools. Like my only issue would ever be with him would be the times when he would just fold under pressure.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. Like in the clutch. Give up. Yeah.
Because to me, clutch is everything. We grew up.
That's one thing.
80s. Grew up 80s. Grew up in the 90s. Like clutch was everything. Like you can have a fucking bad game. You can have a bad game, but if you show up in the clutch, that shit's wiped away.
You good money.
But the opposite, you can have a monster game, 3 quarters. You go away in the fourth. That don't mean nothing to me.
That's his only knock for me too. I be hating to see him give up on this team sometimes.
So that was just my little background on my LeBron. As far as where he gonna go, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Part of me think he's gonna stay in Cleveland.
And I hope he stay in Cleveland.
I don't know, believing the rumors about his son. They said he's checking in the LA schools.
And that would be his only excuse. But I definitely don't want to see him in no goddamn Laker uniform.
But I don't know. We keep talking Lakers, but it is another team in LA.
Yeah, the Clippers.
People keep talking about LA, but he gonna fool niggas. He gonna mess around and be on the Clippers. People, I think, because you see DeAndre Jordan, they say he's gonna come to Mavericks probably. So it's almost like they clearing house a little bit. Like,
side note, I wouldn't even take him after the way he doed us the last time he was supposed to come. So if I was the Mavs owner or something, I wouldn't even take Jordan. But to keep it on LeBron real fast, I'm hoping he stays in Cleveland just to finish out his legacy, whether he receives another ring or not. But I think it would just make more sense for him just as far as team-wise if he went to if he stayed in the East, I would say to go to Philly, because I definitely wouldn't go to Boston because Kyrie there, that wouldn't make sense. I would go to Philly if he's gonna be on the East, and if he was in the West, I probably would slide over there to either the Clippers or I don't know how he would feel about going to OKC, because that would be like some interesting, I guess, turn of events. KD old squad, and maybe he knock the Warriors off there, but I don't see it happening. But
boy, them niggas, him and Westbrook would not get along.
They gotta be. I think Bron would make it work. Bron be making this. That's the thing that's underlooked about him too. Like he can go to any team and make any team better, a contender. I don't think some of these players that people are just holding on a pedestal right now could do that. Like I don't think Curry can go to any team right now and they just gonna win the finals or be in the finals. But with Bron, it's damn near like he done went to any team. Every team he's been on has been to the playoffs and to the finals. So it's something about this dude where people listen to him. He's a leader. I don't know. He just be, like I say, giving up sometimes when shit don't go his way.
I mean, I definitely, like I said, I feel like he's the greatest in the world He's a freak of nature, 6'8", you know, 6'9", 250 or whatever, dude, just super athletic.
The fastest, strongest on the
definitely,
court.
You're gonna put him in any team he put him on. He gonna probably get to the finals.
Yeah,
I think he's just never gonna get over that hump until he finds how to effectively like get everybody else involved, which is kind of tough because I mean he done played. When you look at the people he done played with, it's almost like as soon as they get to him, it's like they trash now.
Yeah,
like all these people you can name before they was with LeBron, they was dogs, and then all of a sudden they get with LeBron, all of a sudden they trash. The only person who's been able to hold their own to me really been Kyrie. Of course, him and Wade had their thing.
I'm about to say Kyrie.
Wade is, Wade's a legend for sure, and he had this thing, but it's like, I don't know. It's like
Wade gave him the keys, like you say, gave him the keys when he came down there to Miami.
He gave over the squad, but of course during that time, Wade was going through injuries and this and that. But like you take a Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was an all-star. He was the average 20. He used to get 30 buckets a game. As soon as it's like he came.
He was a weak link out of that.
He came to Miami, and his game went down.
Yep.
You got
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. He used to get buckets.
He was a beast in Minnesota.
He used to get buckets.
I mean, his
game went down.
It ain't the same.
His game went down. JR used to get buckets, but
bro,
maybe
did you see? All right, there was a clip that showed JR balling. Like it showed every team he's been on, whether it was Denver, New York, whatever. And it was like, well, this looks like an all-star to me, because they kept on showing that thing when he fucked up at the finals,
people
running the Henny and all that.
Yeah, people keep saying he needs
and
help.
They showed that, and I was like, bro, this guy JR was balling at one point, but
JR used to get buckets like we could name a whole bunch more people that before him used to get buckets. I don't know what it is about playing for his team, playing with LeBron.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't know what it is.
He a team player. Like I always say, I never compared him to Jordan, bro. I always compared him to like Magic, bro. When he on that court, he dishing that ball like nobody else can. Like he making sure everybody feel comfortable in getting their shots. But it's up to you to make your open shots.
He needs somebody else who can create their own shot.
He needs somebody to come off the dribble and do it. That's what I'm saying. Him and Kyrie. But like I say, personal issues basically.
And I feel like that was I don't think we'll ever know the real thing that happened between them. I think it was some ego stuff going on.
Some ego stuff, bro. Because there's no way Kyrie should have left like that, bro.
Because Kyrie was that man. He was the nigga in the clutch, really, on the cool.
Yeah.
Them times when LeBron would go away.
Yep.
Kyrie was clutch master. You know what I'm saying? He needs that type of a player that can, when LeBron sits on the bench, y'all good.
You need a Warriors team, man. That's what you
people
need.
Keep saying, people keep talking about the Warriors, but really the Warriors play simple. Like really, the Warriors play simple, bro.
Are they staying together or not? Like
they better. I think only rumors I'm hearing is they might let Iguodala go and pick up what's his name for the Rockets, Ariza, which is basically like a younger Iguodala. They got the same type of game,
same thing.
Long defensive player, defensive mind first, and can shoot the three ball. Him and I didn't even realize that talking about like Iguodala and Ariza, they have the same type of game. It's just Ariza a little younger.
Yeah, a little younger.
So they're saying they might go ahead.
Matter of fact, when Ariza came in, who's he playing with? Like the Suns?
The 76ers. He used to be that nigga when he was with the 76ers.
Yeah, he was.
He was the main. He was the number one. He was the number one guy on the Sixers for a while. He used to be that dude.
Not Iguodala. I'm talking about Ariza though.
Oh, Ariza.
I know.
Ariza
he came in like with the Suns or somebody, didn't he? Who he came in with?
He been around. Ariza done been around.
He been around. I know Iguodala. I mean, he was around like right towards the end of like Iverson era and all that. And Iguodala was that nigga.
Ariza done been around, but people always talk about Golden State, but they don't realize people always talking about putting LeBron with Westbrook and Kawhi. But that's not how you gonna beat Golden State. Golden State.
It'll help. Cause like if you go to San Antonio, I would even say bring Kawhi to Cleveland and like that'll help, bro. They need, like you said, they need another big star. He can't do it right now. He by himself, bro.
And people keep talking about Golden State. The only stars on Golden State is Kevin Durant and Curry. That's it.
Nah, bro.
That's it.
What's McCollum has
Clay
turned.
played a role.
What's McCollum? Even though
Draymond played his role.
Draymond is a star. He done turned into like a star, bro. He can really go somewhere else if he wanted to and get like a bag, bro. But I think he gonna take less money to keep the team together.
But what I mean, as far as like star, I mean,
you talking about this like superstar.
As far as who can take over.
Yeah, okay.
Who can take over? KD can take over.
Well, Thompson can when he hit like 40 in the quarter one time. He can do it. He's shown he can do it, but he's not consistent like Curry.
He's done that
Durant.
because Clay. He's done that because you got Curry and KD on the court.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
But if you take Curry, you take KD off the court, you just got Clay and other people around him. He ain't gonna do that offensive. But also they use Clay for defense more too.
Yeah,
he's known for playing more defense. But my point is with Golden State, they not really a super team like people think they are. They just move the ball. They unselfish. if you watch them play, they pass the ball 10 times and get an open shot. Like they just play so well together, and they pass the ball, and they don't care about who has the ball. And like you said, unlike a Cleveland Cavalier, whoever end up with the ball is gonna make the play.
Yeah.
Cleveland, they don't have nobody who can make a play. Golden State, they're gonna dish it, they're gonna pass, they're gonna cut, and they're gonna get it. Their chemistry is ridiculous. They can't. Golden State.
I will give them that as well. They kind of remind me of San Antonio with that. Like the chemistry is just like it's on one.
And it don't matter who has the ball. It's like they're gonna kick, they're gonna pass until they get the best shot, and then that person who has the shot gonna knock it down. It don't matter who it is. So you gotta match that type of team to beat them. Like you can't just put these superstars because they're not gonna share the ball.
I feel like with the Warriors, bro. Like I said, I guess it's just gonna be kind of like the Bulls. They kind of do remind you of like the Bulls back when they had their run, bro. So it's probably gonna be like their little time. They're gonna run off another maybe 2 or 3, and then one of them gonna go somewhere else, and that's gonna be the end of them. But
I think the closest team that's gonna do it that's kind of same way that shares the ball and still got ball players is Boston. Like they kind of fell, they crumbled a little bit.
What's the bro got hurt? Kyrie had got hurt.
Well, he been hurt like the whole season, but
his whole career.
They so young. But if you watch how they play the same way. Like they share the ball, and they just got like a bunch of young hogs who can finish plays, who can make plays on their own. Like what you call it? They point guard, the PG, the Rosen, can make plays. To
he actually alright.
The rookie. Like they got some boys. I think they get Kyrie. I think they're gonna be the team out the East. You know what I'm saying?
I guess need to end it on some hip hop because we're not a sports cast, but we basically cover everything, sports, hip hop, or whatever. But what else you had? I think I ran through all my stuff.
I guess it's more news type, hip hop news things as far as kind of the 6ix9ine, Chief Keef stuff that was going on a little bit a few weeks ago or so, which. It's already faded out.
That already kind of fizzled out, really, because they already showed the video of old boy hopping out in Chicago on O Block, but they showed the video camera, the security footage where nobody was there. He hopped back in the car like as soon as somebody rolled by. So that's kind of over.
I'm just in amazement that we got somebody like a 6ix9ine in this hip hop that's really.
When old boy just got shot, I thought it was gonna be him. I didn't think it was gonna be Triple X. I thought it was gonna be 6ix9ine. I was expecting for him, but anyways, I think that
dude's a character, and it's crazy that he still. I don't know. His whole surrounding is kind of wild, but the Rich the Kid getting robbed in L.A.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that real fast. That's a little bit more relevant. All right, so basically, if you've been living under a rock and if you haven't heard the story, there's a rapper named Rich the Kid. I think he got the song called Plug Walk. Yeah, all right. So he's been dating this chick, Tori Bricks. I think that's how you say her last name. Very attractive young lady. And basically what they were saying is that he went over to her house. He had like maybe 50 bands on him, $50,000 in cash on him. And somehow he ends up getting robbed. And not only him getting robbed for his, belongings, but I think they even took it upon themselves to hit her in the face because she was on the internet all bruised up. Everybody obviously on the outside looking in thinking, okay, you already know what's going on. Like, this chick set you up. But then he gets out from the hospital or whatever saying that she had nothing to do with it. They both were assaulted. So, I don't know. What was your whole take on it? Because I ain't going to lie. When I first saw it, I was like, yeah, she set him up. But then I was like, well, damn, this nigga saying she didn't. But then I'm still like, I don't know, bro. She might have got you. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. Maybe this girl didn't set him up because he's married and all this stuff, and maybe something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
so he says this a side chick?
Yeah. Apparently she was a side chick from what I know. So I'm thinking maybe he was like, didn't want to leave his girl. I don't know, but
all the details around it does kind of look like a type setup, and for him even to say she didn't do it. My thing would be how do you know this fast that she didn't have nothing to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It does everything around it does kind of look like a setup. But
my thing is just as a rapper or just an entertainer, period. Once you get to a certain point of notoriety, it's like you ain't got no real partners with you, or you ain't at least got the sense enough to where if you is gonna be doing dirt on your own, you ain't got security or
bodyguard,
something like. Like, it's a lot of these little guys out here to be getting their chain snatched and all this kind of stuff that can easily be avoided. It's like,
hey man, that's how you
moving right.
That's how you can tell the people that's really about their business. To me, the people that are really about their business and ain't really just out here just winging it.
Yeah.
Like, if you really about your business, you really in the game. To me, like if I'm them, like I'm not even like you said. I'm not even having niggas with me, bro. I'm like I'm gonna have a security, like a real legit licensed up person who's gonna be legally able to kill you if you even get close to me.
That's the best thing to do. Yeah,
your partners can't do that. Well, your partners can't do nothing without catching the case.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna have somebody with their papers, like a legit security police officer, somebody is not playing no game with you.
But even for somebody that can't afford it, at least have you some real ones on the squad ready to go, and just you better have some bail money for them niggas. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I can see if you can't afford like a security team, but some of these look like him. He obviously if you got 50 grand on you can afford somebody with license. So I get it. So it's
if
like,
I was still local, maybe still local buzz, of course I probably wouldn't have it. Like
you just have your partner with a strap or something like that.
But once I get to a certain level,
oh yeah,
I'm legit. I'm all the way. I'm gonna have somebody with me that can kill you legally, and we ain't finna play no games with that. I think sometimes that some people get to a certain level and they gotta, quote unquote, want to keep it real and be like, I ain't got no police or security with me. I just got my niggas. And like, bro, that's what I'm saying. To me, if you kind of own that, to me, you don't take your business serious because you are the business. Something happened to you, it trickled down. You gone. Yeah, bro. Your family can't eat. Like your family, the people you employ. Like you got to realize once you get to a certain level, you are the asset. You got to protect it.
I don't know. I just know everything that glitter ain't gold. And if you ain't never got a ride with your wife, but you getting a ride with your side chick, something ain't right, bro. So you may want to reevaluate those situations. I have no idea how you get robbed, and they probably was in a nice neighborhood as well, and you just going over there to have a good time with your side chick and you end up getting robbed. It's just a crazy weekend, bro.
Hey, man. Could have been his karma.
That's a crazy.
Could have been his karma, too. You know
crazy
what I'm saying?
Could have
been his karma. Because I have heard that plot twist, and could have been his karma, like you said, as far as dealing with the side chick.
Yeah.
And also his karma, they said back, before he was popping, he was in the street. They said he was a stick-up kid.
I didn't know he was stick-up kid.
They said he was a stick-up kid, back in his day, back when he was in the streets, they said he was a stick-up kid too. So, hey, that's your karma. You got to take it on the chin, pause, and, make better decisions.
You gotta chill out,
you know what I'm saying? And, take that hit and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw the game on TMZ.
I saw that shit too. And he was talking that shit because it's like, bro, come holler at me, bro. Like you in LA,
That's another thing. You in LA, like you gotta follow protocol. You gotta follow. Everybody should know.
Because to me, there's really I guess not a check in, but there's still a thing such thing as respect. If you got the game number, somebody that's influential in LA, just hit them like, hey, bro, I'm in the city. I'm good. And that's all it is. That's all it is, bro.
And he popping this shit, but it is it's really like that in LA.
Because you ain't never heard about him getting his chains.
Yeah, people getting that ego. Like I don't like shit. I'm my own man. I'm this and that. But if you in
that's what's wrong with people these days.
Like what they said. Juvie said you in somebody else. You out of town. You an alien. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the street cred. You can feel you the biggest gangster, whatever in the world. But if you not in your city, you in somebody else's city. You a fish out of water. I don't care who you are. And you need to link up with people, like you say, even if it's not extortion, it ain't like you less of a man or you weak or people, you ain't gonna let nobody extort you. But like you said, just show respect. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real one, just link up with real ones. You know what I'm saying? Let it be. It's be about love. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? It's just
real ones. Link up, man.
Yeah.
I think that's enough, man, for this episode. I think we talked about some good topics. We're gonna try to keep these coming more frequent for you. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta get a good some more equipment really.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Once we get our equipment, it's on. Man. We on y'all ass, man.
Hey, y'all are truly on the grind with us. Like y'all gonna see
y'all seeing us from the build up.
We on the ground level right now. We grinding, so y'all gonna see
gonna have some videos and everything.
Yeah, you gonna see the progression with us. Just bear with us, enjoy, and and let us know. Hey man, let us know your input. What you like, what you didn't like, comments. If you chime in, you got topics you want us to discuss, all that. Y'all, what I'm saying? Y'all are part of this with us, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Y'all make sure, again, y'all can go follow us on Instagram at Fade Talk, and that's Fade, FADE _TALK. Like I say, once again, we're definitely going to start being more consistent with these, because like I say, podcast is really the new wave, man. This is where news is actually going, especially for hip hop and pop culture. So
absolutely.
That's it for today, man. Y'all, this is Sunday. Gonna go finish the rest of our Sunday fun day. y'all enjoy this. Hopefully y'all get this probably tomorrow at work. This will give y'all some kind of comic relief or anything, man. So y'all have a blessed one. We'll catch y'all later.
Yes, sir.